Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. So yesterday was the Not Warhammer 40,000 preview, and we finally had confirmation that Epic is returning. Now, if you've been watching this channel for a while, or if you're a subscriber, you'll know I've done a couple of videos on Epic coming back. I've been saying it for a while, and we finally got the name of the game that's coming back. It is Horus Heresy themed, and it's called Legions Imperialis. So this is a brand new core set. It's going to be Horus Heresy themed, and it's at epic scale, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. And it's actually coming in August of this year. So Epic is returning, and it's going to be this year. So that's fantastic that we're getting a new core box. However, I do have some reservations, which we'll come to very shortly. But let's look at the box contents first. So in total, it's 223 miniatures. This is split across Space Marines, Solar Auxilia and Titans. So for the Space Marines, we've got 2 command squads, 8 tactical bases. There's 5 Marines on each base, by the way. 2 assault bases, we've got 2 support bases that are carrying plasma weapons, we've got 2 missile launcher bases, 2 Cataphractii Terminator bases, 4 Contemptor Dreadnoughts, 2 Sicaran battle tanks and 3 Predator battle tanks. So that's the Space Marine side of things. Now if you look at that wide shot there, you can see that they're all on round bases, which is really interesting. So there's our command squads, and if we zoom in, you can see there's a banner there, you've got a captain, probably a champion as well, and again with the tactical legionaries on the round bases. The detail looks quite good on these. They are apparently a quarter scale, so that's going to work out at roughly 8mm. We've got our assault marines there with jetpacks. So we finally got Horus Heresy assault marines in plastic, but they're at epic scale. But again, they look really nice. This round base thing, I'm not 100% sure about. I would have liked to have seen the square bases, and I'll come to that in a second. There's our support legionaries with the plasma weapons. Now, there was no picture equivalent to this of the missile launchers, so I've had to get a screen grab, but you can see the missile launcher marines there in the background. Then we've got our Cataphractii Terminators. Again, we get 2 bases of these with 5 on each base. And again, the detail is really nice on them. I like how they're painted, actually. Somebody's done a good job with those. Contemptor Dreadnoughts, now they've said these will stand a little bit shorter than a Horus Heresy Space Marine. And again, nice detail on them. Different weapon loadouts, which is cool. We've got our Sicaran battle tanks. So again, different weapon loadouts. You can see the plasma turret on one of the Sicarans there. Again, nicely painted. I'm not sure about the Death Guard scheme, which I'll mention shortly. And then we've got our Predator battle tanks as well. So you can see there's a Space Marine popping out the commander's hatch on that. So a little bit of options there. That's good. So that rounds out everything for the Space Marines, but for the Solar Auxilia, we've got 2 Legate command bases, which can also be built as Auxilia tactical command bases. We've got 8 bases of auxiliaries with las rifles, 4 bases of auxiliaries with flamers, 4 Velatari shock troop bases. We've got 4 Sharonite Ogrim bases, 4 new Aethon heavy sentinels, 4 Lehman Russ battle tanks, and we've also got 2 Malkador heavy tanks as well. So again, it's nice options in the box. It's good that we've not got Space Marines versus Space Marines. We've got our command squad there, which looks nice. We've got our auxiliaries with the las rifles. We've got auxiliaries with flamers, and then we've got the Velatari shock troops as well. Now, I don't know much about Solar Auxilia, so you'll have to let me know in the comments if these are accurate or not. Then we've got the Ogryn heavy assault squads. There was no picture of those like the others, so again, I've just managed to grab a screenshot. Then we've got the new Aethon heavy sentinels. I believe these are a new unit. They've got multi-lasers and rocket pods. Then we've got Horus Heresy era Lehman Russ battle tanks, so we're getting 4 of those, and then we're getting 2 Malkador heavy tanks as well. So a nice variation of stuff in the box, considering it is Heresy themed. Now there's also 2 Warhound Titans. These have got some new weapons, so they've got a Matrix Shock Lance, they've got Ursus Claws, they've got a Missile Pod, and there's a Volkite weapon as well. Now also included in this box, we're getting a big rule book as usual. We're getting dice, tokens, templates and measuring sticks. Now apparently this rulebook is going to be available separately as well at the time of launch. Now interesting, if we look at the Titans, those bases are lower profile bases to match the rest of the miniatures in the box. And those round bases are something that I've got a little bit of reservations about. I am not sure why they've gone with round bases. It's a little bit of an interesting one, and I know they want it to look a bit lower profile for the rest of the theme, if you like, but I'm not sure why they've not gone with square bases. They could have done something a little bit different. So I've got a few reservations about those bases. I'm really surprised about that. I thought it would be square bases. Now, moving on to the scale, it says these are epic scale. So I think going forward, you're going to see your Aeronautica Imperialis stuff and the rest of the Titans all rebox with that epic scale logo in the bottom. And I think going forward, that's going to be the new keyword. So while they have said in the chat during this stream that it is epic scale and it is Horus Heresy themed, going forward, they have left themselves a little bit of a get out clause there by bringing out a new game that could also be epic scale. So if this was insanely popular and they wanted to move forward into the Warhammer 40,000 universe, they could release a variation of this game, but with that epic scale logo in the corner. So they have given themselves a little bit of wiggle room there, so that's good. As I said, this is coming in August, and apparently all the terrain that was released for Titanicus is also going to be re-released as well, along with new stuff. So there's more terrain coming as well. So that's good, because that could be used in games of Titanicus if you're a Titanicus player. And with it being the same scale as Titanicus and Aeronautica Imperialis, everything that you've got for those two game systems will be able to be used with this game using the rules in this new rule book. So that's interesting as well. Now, as I said, I've got some reservations about this. I'm a little bit underwhelmed, if I'm honest with you. The round bases I'm not 100% sure about. I think they should have gone with rectangular or square bases. And also the amount of miniatures in the box, it's not quite a lot. I thought there'd be more, so I don't know if they're going to quite get that grand scale of epic battles that we used to have with the old epic system. It just looks like a small amount of miniatures for epic. It's something, it almost looks like a halfway house between epic and your regular Horus Heresy games, which has me a little bit concerned. So I'm going to want to see some gameplay about this game, of this game, and I want to see some more information as well. So I do have my reservations. I'm thrilled that epic is coming back, don't get me wrong, but I am just a little bit concerned about how they're going to implement this going forward. But anyway, what I would like to know is, what do you think about Epic coming back? Let me know in the comments. What do you think about the game itself, or the box set itself, I should say? Do you like the fact that we're getting Marines versus Solar Auxilia instead of Marines versus Marines? There was rumours saying it was going to be Marines versus Imperial Army, so they were on the money. Now, the other thing I just wanted to mention as well, I don't know why they've painted these in the Death Guard colour scheme. Not that there's anything wrong with Death Guard, but I would have gone for something that stands out more. Maybe Blood Angels, Imperial Fists, or Ultramarines. Something to make those miniatures just pop and grab your attention, because at the moment I think they look a little bit dull. But anyway, as I said, I am thrilled that Epic is coming back. I'm just a little bit concerned about the round bases and the small squad size, and the small overall army size from the looks of things. I could be wrong, but anyway, let me know in the comments, what do you think about this? I always look forward to reading the comments, so make sure you put your thoughts down below. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and let me know you've enjoyed it, and if you didn't enjoy it, just leave me a comment, let me know why. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll probably do another video on the rest of the reveals from the not Warhammer 40,000 preview, but I was left a little bit underwhelmed by this, so it sort of took the wind out of my sails a little bit. But anyway, that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.